On the dark night of August 8, 1963, a Royal Mail train was travelling from Glasgow to London. Inside one of its special carriages were bags filled with cash worth nearly £67 million in today's value, roughly $85 million. The train driver, Jack Mills, was speeding through the night when suddenly a red signal lit up at a lonely crossing. This was highly unusual for this location and time. Cautiously, he applied the brakes and brought the train to a stop. The silence that followed was not ordinary. Hidden behind it was a master plan that would become one of the most famous robberies in history. This was the Great Train Robbery, a heist carried out without firing a single shot. Like and subscribe for what happens next. Months before this night, a group of well-known criminals in London had been planning this operation. The mastermind had received inside information that this train route
included a special carriage called the High-Value Packages Coach, used to transport large amounts of cash.
On the evening of August 7, the train departed with 12 carriages and 72 postal staff sorting mail during the journey.
By coincidence, the security alarm-equipped carriage was out of service, so an older carriage without any alarm system was used. Because it followed a bank holiday weekend, the cash inside was far more than usual, nearly £3 million on that single night. Around 3 a.m., as the train approached a quiet crossing, the robbers had already tampered with the signal and cut the line-side telephone wires. When the second crew member stepped down to check the signal, he was intercepted. Jack Mills faced a sudden struggle and was rendered unable to move. The robbers quickly detached the engine and the first two carriages from the rest of the train. They then forced the injured driver to move the train about 1 kilometer ahead to a bridge where their truck was waiting. Inside the HVP carriage were 128 bags filled with cash, weighing nearly 2.5 tons.
Working in a human chain, the robbers transferred 120 bags into their truck in just 15 minutes before escaping.
They hid at a rented farmhouse nearby. Feeling confident, they even played a game of Monopoly using real cash. That small moment of carelessness became their biggest mistake. Fingerprints left on the game board later became crucial evidence.
Police eventually traced the farmhouse and matched the fingerprints. Within days, 14 out of the 16 gang members were arrested.
The court declared it the crime of the century and sentenced the robbers to a massive 30 years in prison. The driver, Jack Mills, never fully recovered from his injuries. He passed away a few years later, leaving a tragic legacy behind. To this day, the bridge where the heist happened is informally known as the Train Robbers Bridge. A bold plan that changed history, but left many questions unanswered. A story that still haunts the tracks of England. If you want to see more mysteries like this, subscribe to Unsolved Nightmares. Stay tuned for the next dark story.